one is God gave a baby. The theme is hope. And the synopsis of this one is a self-appointed group of senior citizens, even though they're barely senior citizens, meet to give God advice on how to run the world.
The first annual meeting of the committee to advise God on what this world needs now will come to order.
Now, Henry, must we be so formal?
This is a very serious matter, Mrs. Ferguson.
Mrs. Ferguson, Lois, please. We've known each other for 7 years, and I know this is serious, but do we have to run it according to Robert's Rules of Order? There are only 4 of us, you know.
Lois, I agree. Why can't we just talk this over and come to a meeting of the mind, a consensus if you don't mind?
We'll need to vote against it. We'll never solve anything for God unless we vote.
I don't think a vote will be necessary. We're only here to advise God, not to tell him what to do.
On the contrary, we have been chosen because of our great experience and expertise to come up with solid answers and substantive answers.
Well, did God ask for our advice?
How should I know?
What difference does it make? He obviously needs it. This world is in a mess.
Well said. So let's get right to work. I suggest we make a list of possibilities and then prioritize them.
All right. The first thing we need is some way that we can feed all the hungry people, those living beneath the poverty level.
We need to provide more education. That will solve every other problem we face.
A strong political leader would help. Someone who can bring an end to all the fighting, so valuable resources can be redirected to solve our problems.
But the fighting is a result of economics. We have to revitalize the world's economy before the wars will end. Raise the minimum wage and the standard of living. Loan money to third world countries so they can join the consumers of the world in a global economy. If everyone has enough money, they won't fight.
Lois, you can't educate people until you solve their hunger.
Well, we'll never have enough to eat until you teach them to grow their own food.
They can't hold down a job and earn a salary while all this fighting's going on.
Benson, they'll quit fighting if we just raise their standard of living. All they want is a 4-bedroom home and a 3-car garage like the civilized world.
Famine doesn't cause war. War causes famine.
Illiteracy is the root of all the problems.
Order, order. Why have our greatest war been among the most educated nations? Economic imbalance is the reason we fight.
And that is exactly why we need a great political leader to redistribute the wealth, feed the hungry, and educate people out of their ignorance.
How will we do that? With another war to end war? There's always been the political solution. Fight some more so we can bring peace to the world.
People can't vote until they learn to read and write.
Starving people are not interested in voting.
Who will organize the relief effort if you don't have political leadership?
Who will provide the food to combat famine if the world economy is in shambles?
Who's going to teach them to use proper agricultural methods so the famine doesn't continue?
So what does the world need? What are we going to tell God?
Come quickly, come and see the baby.
Young lady, can't you see we're at a very important meeting?
But there's a new baby out in the stable.
That's all the world needs is another mouth to feed.
You really can't be bothered right now, little girl, with solving the war's problems.
But this is a special little baby. God gave him to us. The angel said so.
God gave a baby? A baby?
Why would he do a thing like that without either waiting for our advice? We need a world leader, not a baby. Someone to rule this world politically.
I guess God thought it was time for a baby. Are you going to come and see him? He's right outside the stable. Come on, hurry.
Not me. Come back when he's old enough to start to school. Then I'll give him an education so he can really accomplish something in this world.
What about you, sir? Are you going to come and see the baby?
Well, now, little girl, babies are wonderful. But I can't really believe that with all the problems we are facing in this world that God would give us a baby. We need big answers, great programs, international cartels, and multinational corporations. No, God couldn't give us just a baby. I would never advise him to do that.
The babies grow up.
Right. And then they need even more to eat.
And an education.
And someone to rule over them and keep them from fighting.
Doesn't anyone want to see the baby?
Sorry, child, what this world needs is a great political leader, not a baby.
I don't see how a baby could possibly help solve world hunger. Is he going to turn stones into bread or something like that?
A baby can't be a teacher. What can we expect to learn from him? Some new truth? Why, a baby can't even talk.
Now you see what you've done, young lady? You have interrupted a very important meeting for no reason at all. A baby is definitely not what this world needs right now. God would never look at all the desperate needs this world is facing and offer us a baby.
But he did. God gave us a baby. God gave us hope.
Impossible.
But true.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase